So I was thinking, what would be a cool thing to do? Becoming the best in the world of a video game? That'd be pretty cool, but how would I be able to do that? So I went to Steam and I checked out the new releases page. And I saw this game that came out last week called Lunch Break Tactics. And that game was an auto battler. And I have a lot of experience with auto battlers, playing the original, the Dota 2 arcade, Dota Auto Chess. Now auto battlers have expanded from Dota Auto Chess to a whole bunch of different ones like Teamfight Tactics, my personal favorite Hearthstone Battlegrounds, or I guess ex-personal favorite now. What is an auto battler? So it's basically where you put together a team of units and they both go head to head, and whoever has units surviving, that team wins. Now I've played a lot of the Hearthstone Auto Chess and a fair bit of the Dota Auto Chess. So I was well experienced in this, and I saw in the trailer for Lunch Break Tactics that it had a leaderboard in it. And I thought to myself, it's been out for a week, I can do this. And I logged on, and the name I saw at the very top was Megasup. And a little thing off to the side saying Megasup had won the alpha season that they had before the game had even come out. So I started playing. While Megasup's rank was insane, I was going to see how to play the game and if it was fun, and luckily for me, it was quite fun. And when I came back the following day to play again, I saw that Megasup's rank had only risen by about 200. And even though I was on the rank before bronze, before the lowest of the low, I had already gained a lot more than that. And so I started hatching my plan, seeing how much Megasup would gain each day, and seeing how much I would need to make to get ahead. This was my goal. I was going to be the best Lunch Break Tactics player in the world, but to do this, I would need to put together a team. Amen. I saw a picture on Discord that helped inspire me and my team. It started off with the big man, Guaczilla, coming up front, being the #1 most important piece of my team. If Guaczilla falls, my whole team falls apart. Guaczzilla's ability is dealing damage before he even attacks. Meaning that if he can kill a unit before the other unit has even time to clash into them and deal damage to Guaczilla. Except Guaczilla generally doesn't do enough damage to kill the unit that's in front of him, so they still both go and hit each other. Except we come to our second unit, the most overpowered unit in the whole game, and that unit's name is Merusa. Now Merusa's ability may not seem like much, just copy the ability of the thing ahead. Except when you combine that with Guaczilla, that can combine Guaczzilla's 12 damage again to make it do another 12 to 24 damage. Now we do have a weak point, and that is, what if they have more than 24 HP? Well, that's where Step Lion comes in. Step Lion's ability allows him to reduce the health of the highest unit on the other team. If it had 100 health, it would now have 1, meaning it can easily be taken out by the Guaczilla. Now Nick, this is all sounding great and fantastic, but what if the other person wants to play the game too? What if they have abilities as well and want to do stuff before attack, or when things die, or just in general? Well, that's where the Pretzel Dragon comes in. Pretzel Dragon's ability is to silence and deal damage to any ability that goes off. Meaning, if the other team tries to do anything 3 times, I just get to say no. And by the time the third one goes off, they've already lost. This is a cutscene that they're in, and it's not one they're going to be enjoying. Now lastly on the team to round it out, we have Mechaputa. Mechaputa's ability grants XP when a unit is played. Now that might sound a little confusing, but it isn't. Let me just explain it to you. Every unit has 3 levels, and the ability gets stronger depending on the level. Now you just need 1 for the level 1, 3 of the units for level 2, and 6 of the units to get to level 3, its max ability. Mechaputa just basically cuts it in half, meaning you need less units to get the highest level from it. So you only need 3 to get to level 6, and 2 to get to level 2. Now you remember the Merusa from earlier, how I said it was OP? That isn't just because of what it can do with Guaczilla. It's because you can also use it with Mechaputa. Meaning in the buy phase, you can use Mechaputa and Merusa together to half the half. Now that might sound silly for a second. Basically means off 1 unit you can get a level 2 instantly, and get a level 3 off just 2 of the units. basically making sure that my units are almost always level 3 due to Mecha Computer and Musa working together so well. But what if I don't find the units? This is all a well and great plan, but when it comes to auto battlers, the RNG is whether or not you can find the pieces. A lot of people know how the pieces go together, but actually getting them and putting them together can be half the battle. That's where Miss Perfect comes in. The character I choose to play in the game that allows 3 extra card draws on the first draw, on the first shot phase. Now, with this whole plan put together, I started the grind from 0, from being thousands and thousands deep in the leaderboard. And I started going up. I started winning. Day in, day out, I'd log on, grind, make it up from unranked to bronze to silver to gold to platinum to diamond to challenger to grandmaster. I made it all the way up, and I grinded my butt off to get 4,500, and then I lost a couple games, and then the unexpected happened.
It just said it minus 10, but then it minus all of my rank. Yeah, what the hell? What? What is happening?
I lost it all. I was despondent, and I just did not think if that could happen. How? How did this happen? Did I do something wrong? Was there a bug I was exploiting? Was Mirusa too strong so I beat someone up top and they wanted to bring me down? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I talked to one of my closest friends, Adam, and had a heart-to-heart with him, and he suggested that maybe this is how the video should end. A dream, a cool idea, an amazing team, and an unstoppable enemy. Megasup is amazing at the game. I often go up against their teams and they're so varied. They understand the game in a very deep level. They're a great player. Could I get up that high? I've never been good at many games. Never gotten a high rank before. My highest is Overwatch, where I played Mercy, so have your opinions on that. But what if I do it? What if I come back? I was taking Adam's advice, seriously heart to heart, and then I went to sleep for the day. And I woke up in the morning to a message from Justra Simon, one of the devs that are in the Discord, saying that Unity had a bug and they were going to immediately restore my rank. Justra Simon, you were fantastic, you were awesome to message with. You really helped out, were really courteous and kind and apologetic about the whole thing. Shout out to game devs, always the best people around. We wouldn't be able to have fun without them, let's be honest. But enough about the people that make the game. Let's hear about the people that win it. I was back, 4,600. Megasup had grind to 6,900, and I wasn't gonna let that stop me. That rank meant nothing to me. I had a grind and I knew I could do it. I knew that on a good day of grinding, with a couple hours, or I should say more than a couple hours, with a fair few hours in a day, I could grind up to about 1,000 a day. Now, that is a lot, and it has a lot of losses. But the thing is, when you lose in the game, you lose a max of 10. The most I've won in a match is 150. So, a lot of the time, it's a mental game of how many losses can I take and keep on going? How many times can I get hit and keep on going? And as I got high in the rank, the more and more top players I would only play. And it was harder and harder. And I had to have real discipline about this game where all I wanted to do was just do something fun. But then all I wanted to do was become the best. So, and the other people that were playing, they were also playing to be the best. So why would I think it was only going to be fun? I needed real discipline to be number one. And that's something I worked on while playing a game, was discipline. Now, I actually rarely saw this build used against me in the game. And I think that has something to do with the early to mid game being quite hard. But through the lots and lots of hours that I played it, I got better at doing the early to mid game and actually getting good enough to get to that late game where I have it in the bag. Such as using Tico Taco and Demon's Blood early to get the Guaxilla, a normal tier 5 unit, on tier 2. And through also playing and getting better, Megasup the amazing player, also realized something that I did, which means that Mirusa and Camel Spray actually go together and make a insane mix, making my Guaxilla, even if it does hit, be able to survive several hits because it would suddenly have over 70 HP. So I kept grinding and grinding. Every day before bed, every time when I wake up, I was obsessed. But I think you need to be obsessed to get it. And so I did. I became #1 in the world at a game. And it was amazing. It has to be one of the coolest things that I've ever done. Even though in the wide world of games, it's kind of a small game. I'm not gonna lie to you. Thousands of people have played this game, but I've also played games where millions of people have. But that doesn't take it away from it. I still played a game with thousands of others and won. Now, after that, I needed a little bit of a break from coming. I had won by 2 points. I was up at the top by 2 points. And I decided I needed a little bit of a break. I needed to sit back and relax. So I took a few days, checked back every day, and I was still on top for about 5 days. Until Jujian has gone on top and is now the #1. Am I gonna go for it? Who knows? Maybe something cooler than being the best in the world at a game is being the GOAT of the game.